So I'm a big fan of breaking points. I think that they're one of the best news sources we have today. That being said, I have some serious problems with breaking points as well. They are certainly not perfect, and that's not me just saying that to cover myself. For people who don't like breaking points, I mean, there's generally some serious problems with breaking points. Just because I really like them doesn't mean that that is not true. For example, their obsession with corporate media, the devil, is nonsense. We have far more toxic and dishonest independent media than we do corporate media. Can you imagine? Can you name any one corporate media channel that is anywhere close to Alex Jones in terms of the way he talks about the world and what's really happening and what the real problems are in society? If all you knew was stuff that you learned from Alex Jones versus all you knew is stuff you learned from CNN, which one would you be better off with? Just try to answer that question for a second. Anyway, I saw, um, Krystal really demonstrating an ethics problem. She really, really is losing a lot of credibility, and it's sort of warranted. She put up this video. Well, there's a video on Breaking Points where she seems to be the lead on this story. RFK caught selling foreign non-union merch. Now, I am not at all an RFK fan, which is why this is not a Breaking Points smeared RFK. I ain't trying to defend any of these politicians or politician wannabes, Marianne Williamson or Cornel West or Bernie Sanders or whatever. That's not me, right? Left wing media, the left wing propaganda media, they're the ones who have fallen for these tricksters, these big talk, little action folks. And then when they get disappointed, then they want to go in, and some of them want to go in every day. Oh, this squad sucks. No, I'm not one of these people who somehow is unable to remember beyond, a month ago, right? I see the behavior, I see the patterns, so I know what it looks like. I'm not falling for the scams, right? I currently don't see anyone that has sold me. I've never really been sold by any sort of left wing politician. Absolutely no right wing politicians, but I haven't been sold to any left wing politicians. No one's really sort of let me down. Um, Obama got my attention. Bernie Sanders got my attention. Obama got my attention when I was really, really not into politics at all. But like I said, got my attention. I was just like, okay, this guy seems interesting. But I was never on Team Obama, right? Same thing with Bernie. Bernie got my attention more substantively because then I was actually paying attention to politics, and I actually was looking and saying, okay, this guy seems like he's a pretty honest guy compared to the other people out there. But I'm still checking him out, right? But these other people, they're on team whatever, right? Even though whatever team they're on seems to be behaving the same way as previous teams that disappointed them, but they just keep falling for the same stuff over and over again. That being said, Krystal Ball making videos attacking RFK when she's best friends with someone competing with him is showing a lack of integrity. I do not like RFK. I think he's appropriately referred to as a quack. But if I were Krystal Ball working on breaking points, I would avoid talking about Marianne Williamson or her competitors for, basically a conflict of interest. If I dared to do what she's doing, I would have the integrity to always, every single time, reference my good friend is competing with him, or whatever, however you want to phrase it. Let the audience know about your conflict of interest. Now, dishonest actors, apologists will come and say she's done that in the past. Listen, I don't care what she's done in the past. This is a serious, serious integrity issue, right? And, based on that, it has to be a consistently done thing. And the idea that everyone watching this video is someone who knows about her and knows she's friends. No, no, no. There's random people who've never heard of her before that are going to see this video and sit here and listen to her talk about RFK is using foreign merch, not knowing that they're listening to someone who this is the equivalent of And Krystal would love to talk about these judges, right? These judges who have conflicts and they don't disclose the conflicts, and they're out there making rulings that favor people that they've gotten donations from and free gifts from. Krystal Ball would love to tell us about that, as she should, but here she is being a conservative judge. That's what she's being right now. She is being a conservative judge, right? She's behind the scenes with this woman at her wedding, officiating her wedding, and then she's going to get online on her news channel with a straight face and sit here and go after the opponents of her friend without consistently, disclosing the conflict of interest. I could not do this in good faith. I could not do this. My character, my integrity would not allow me to behave in such a manner. Personally, I would basically strongly go against me discussing anyone involved in this, right? If you're gonna be, she could have made a choice that I'm in the media business. I want to keep a certain distance from people who I might have to report on. She chose not to do that. She chose to get friendly with these people that she might have to report on. She chose to be a conservative judge and be getting friendly with, potential corporate interests that they may have to do rule on. She chose to go that route, right? So you chose that route. You made your bed. Now you need to sleep in it. If you're going to go that route and be friendly, then you need to do what you would ask the judges to do and recuse yourself. Recuse yourself from talking about things that is a conflict of interest. Do not talk about Marianne Wilson. Do not talk about her competitors, right? Do not go and, oh, look at RFK this and RFK that. Don't do it. Have some integrity. Be better than the evil corporate media, right? Be better than Chris Cuomo. This is a Chris Cuomo she's doing right now. Be better than Chris Cuomo. They're carrying water for your brother, the politician, going after Republican. Oh, why did you do this? Why did you? Meanwhile, your own brother on some BS, and you're covering for him, helping him to come up with talking points. That's what Krystal's doing right now, right? And then the idea that, oh, you can't compare because she's small and small. I don't care about how small she is. Either it's wrong to do this or it's not. If it's wrong for Chris Cuomo, if it's wrong for the conservative judge, it's wrong for Krystal Ball to do it. I don't give a rat's ass that it's my favorite show. I don't give a rat's ass all the good work that they do. Does not matter. This is wrong. Have some integrity. Keep your mouth shut about Marianne Wilson and her competitors. Or at a minimum, every single time you talk about this, disclose your conflict of interest. Right? And it's a shame that the main people who will bring up this point are people who are doing the same thing for the candidates of their choice, right? Because that is how partisan American media works. Everyone, has all the energy to, point fingers at, look what they're doing, look what they're doing. Meanwhile, they're doing the same thing that they're critiquing other people for doing. How about some consistency, right? I like this show. They're doing something that is wrong. I call it out as being wrong. I don't just go after, media that I don't like. No, my problem is with corrupt behavior, no matter who's doing it, even if it's a show that I like. In fact, again, one of my favorite shows. You see, I can do that, right? Because I'm not here trying to make friends. I'm not here trying to make money, so I can be raw with it, right? So I'm the one who could potentially do what Krystal Ball is doing, but I still wouldn't do it. Even though I'm the one who is comfortable going in hard against someone that I may like or a show that I may like, right? I still would not be doing what Krystal Ball is doing. So why is she doing it? Is she that naive or that lacking in integrity? But I'll tell you what, every time she talks about this stuff from conservative judges going forward, or media being partisan and Chris Cuomo, whatever, all those attacks, oh man, what is it? You point one finger at somebody else, you got four fingers pointing back at you. That's her, right? I don't want to hear her talk none about this stuff anymore because she's guilty of it. Just tell them like it is. Subscribe my channel, in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell, be well. I know some people, because that's how tribalism works, that are gonna gonna carry water for her and somehow explain that somehow it's not that bad. It's not the same thing as Chris Cuomo. It's not the same thing as these judges. Oh, these judges hold so much more power, and somehow because they hold more power, it means that this dishonest behavior is okay. So if you're small, it's okay to be dishonest and misleading, and conflict of interest don't matter. It's only when you're big. So that's what the problem is. The problem is big. Problem is you have a lot of money, you have a lot of power. That we need to hold the powerful accountable. But for people that aren't really powerful, it's okay. That's bullshit.